What's up, guys?
Surprise.
What up, what up, what up?
I'm the recovering toxica.
I'm a fucking idiot. My name's Brandon.
And what podcast is this?
This is, I don't know. Let me see out of my 10,000 ones that I do. This isn't Beers with Brando? No. Negative Zone? No. Brandy Savage podcast? No. Oh, yeah. It's Two Girls, One Cup. No. Whatever. Wait. Two students, one pod. Thank you. I'm so busy. I have so much things going on. I'm a fucking idiot. It's Two Students, One Pod.
Yes. So today we are gonna be talking about romance, I guess. The first question is, what's your type?
Clean ones. She would. I think I'm fucking around. She's got to be clean to her. I like a girl who has a sense of humor. I like girls that make me laugh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like brag or anything. Sometimes I can be really funny, and I have to be because I'm like fat and overweight. But I like somebody who can match like my energy when it's time to. You know what I mean? Obviously, when it's time to be serious, I like a girl. Personality. That's personality wise. Obviously somebody courteous, somebody who's respectful and everything. But as in looks and stuff, I mean, I'm not really too picky. I don't want to get canceled, but I don't really like white girls. Nothing wrong. White girls never really call me. My dad is a white girl slayer, so I didn't think maybe that's why. Like, I'm just like, no, I'm cool. My dad.
Cholas?
Pero like, I don't know, fool, because like, but I don't know what the fuck was that, but I do, yeah, I like Chicanas more. I mean, I'll date a Mexicana, one that's kind of born on that side over there, but yeah, brown is beautiful at the end of the day.
My type. So I
ain't got no type.
I guess I think I don't. I think like I'll give anybody a chance. So that's how I look at it. But I've noticed that the guys that I have had long-term relationships with, they are like a type. Like kind of like your type.
I was gonna say criminals.
No, well no, not all of them.
See, I'm not a criminal, mom.
But like Hispanic, dad bod.
Dad bod. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. What are you saying?
Dad bod.
Sound like you said tampons. I thought you liked cash pigs.
Cash pigs? What were those again?
Let's go. Never mind. Yeah.
What about age?
Because I don't have cash. I have EBT. What happened?
Food stamps.
Food stamps. Yeah, slide it through the crack. Wait. Women and children. What about dads? What about men and father and children? How come I don't get a fit card? I don't have kids though. I have my kitty. Okay, so age?
Yes. Is there
okay?
Like
that one. Okay. So I don't have. Okay. Yes, I do have a age. I don't. She's got to be. I'm not gonna tell you my age because I'm a dinosaur, but she's got to be at least 21. I can't take some girl to 19 to. There's some concerts that it's 21 and over. Like I went to a show over the weekend in Long Beach. It's 21 or over. If I really like this band or something and she can't get in, you can stay home with the cat. But she gotta be at least 21. And I'm not too crazy like going to bars and all that stuff like constantly, but just she's gotta be old enough because I think once you turn 21, there's a new level of maturity within somebody. You've been out of high school, you've been on the grind. Yeah. Was it 3 years? You kind of already have an idea what life can be with your actions. So she's got to be at least 21. I do like older girls though a little bit. Like I don't know why. Like I have always been attracted to because I don't know. So I do for me. Okay, I'm 28. I'll just fucking say it. I like ideally girls 4 years younger than me, and then 4 years older than me. So anyway, 24 to 32. But there's exceptions. Like when I was 21, 22, I was talking to this 29-year-old girl. But she has kids. So I was like,
yeah.
No, I'm like, she was just like, I don't know, she was a baddie. Like she's just, and like she was, and she didn't really like she had a lot of like insecurity and stuff. So I'd be like, no, what are you talking about? Like, you're a fucking bad bitch. You have a good job, good car, you listen to all the like me personally, like a lot of the same music taste and everything. I just really liked her. You know what I mean? But I think with her was she at the same she was, I'm not gonna say she wasn't confident, like insecurity, but at the same time, she kind of knew what she wanted. And she was already kind of like at the age where she's like, I kind of want to start a family. I want to like, she was ready for the next big step. But here I am fucking frying tater tots still, driving a beat down Honda. And I was like, I can't. That's where it kind of was like, I'm not ready for that. And that's really the only reason why we stopped talking.
Was she the one that got away?
It's one of those, yeah, but then at the same time, I don't mind because I didn't want to hold her back. You know what I mean? And I think right now, I talked to her last year actually. During the pandemic, or was it 2 years ago in the pandemic when I thought we were gonna die? So I was already saying like my goodbyes, like I was making amends and stuff, and she just was down on the list. And I'm like, I looked at her up, and out of all the people, she was the nicest, most welcoming. Told me like, oh, we should, go out sometime for some dinner, this and that, catch up. And at the same time, I would have loved it. But at the same time, I was like, respectfully, I'm like, it's moved on. Like I was just, she's doing her own thing. She's with a nice guy. Props to him. It's funny because we kind of look the same fucking dick. But
she had a type.
Yeah, she had a type too. Yeah, she had a certain type. Show the tattoo. Okay. So but yeah, she's yeah, you can say she's the one that got away. But like I said, it's one of those like I moved on. Like it's good now. So what about you? You had one that went away? The one who got away?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think I had.
Yeah, you're the one that got away. Childless.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I feel like that.
Trying to put you over.
Huh?
I was trying to put you
over. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like there's two guys where I'm like, maybe they could have been the ones that like got away,
But at the same time, if they're a phone call away, then they didn't really get away. Maybe
no,
the opportunity, but
I think it's more like they were kind of toxic. And do I really?
You're a Santa.
Santa?
You a saint?
A saint? No, me? No, I'm the recovering toxica. So I'm recovering from toxicity, and I try not to.
Why are we doing this pod then? I'm the last guy you want to fucking be doing this with.
Why?
I'm just kidding. I was trying to say I was toxic, but I couldn't say it through between my teeth.
It's fine. It's fine. The first step is recognizing that you are a toxica or a toxico.
She's like, we should do a pod. And I was like, I'm not toxic. And she's like, no, but you're Gemini, so we could do it. I was like, perdón. I was like, okay.
Like, don't you have two sides?
There's two sides to every story.
But I'm
gonna get
when it comes to age. Age, do you have like so yours is 4 years younger and 4 years older?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind at the end of the day, the youngest I'll go is 21. But yeah, 24 to like 32, 33.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I like mine older.
It's just they're more mature. They've already seen shit. Older people know what they want and they won't waste your time. And it's true. And for some young people, like, I'm not saying every person, it's one of those, like, one person kind of ruins it for everybody. Because I've dated girls that, like, when I was like 22 and I was dating, I used to date this 19-year-old. Oh my God, she was cute. It was fucking, I just childish, just like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're making a fool out of yourself. It's just, it's like one of the things, like, we weren't like, when we were dating, we weren't even like together. And she's already getting like jealous and already kind of like, I don't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? I communicate. For a guy, I like to think I communicate very well. And then, okay, so I'll bring this up. So there's this one time, we went out. It was for her birthday, right? I think I might have brought this up in the last episode, but whatever. Point is, we went out and we were drinking. Some of us, because she wasn't young enough. She wasn't old enough to be going out. We were like at Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit. And I was like, hey, I had a beer, nothing crazy. But I asked her, hey, is it cool if I drink a little more? Some of us wanted to kind of drink. She's like, absolutely, go ahead. You know what I mean? And we're having a good time. We're celebrating. It's a birthday. I end up fucking getting drunk. Like, I just fucking send it. And she kind of just like, I'm one of those, like, I pull out my phone. I'm like, like, what's up? And then she's going with it, but next thing you know, like next day, she's like dry ass texting me, like just on the day of her birthday. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh, morning. No, hey, well, happy birthday, thanks. And I'm like, okay. Apparently, she did tell me, but I don't know. At the same time, okay, her dad used to be an alcoholic. That's why her parents split. She's like, I don't really like guys that be drinking a lot. And I'm like, oh, and by the same time too, I asked you, we're not even together, but I still went out of my way, like, hey, if it's cool if I have a few extra drinks. And you said, yeah. You know what I mean? Even if you said no, I would have been like, well, I'm still going to have one more. But at the same time, it's like, I'm being courteous. You know what I mean? And we're just dating, like, not even like boyfriend, girlfriend yet. And you're over here like, the next day, like, and she's like, well, you know why I don't. And I'm like, why? Because of your dad? I was like, then I would have stopped drinking. But at the same time, too, like, you gave me the okay. And after that, I was like, she ended up messaging me back though a few years later. But she had told me it wasn't going to work out. And I'm one of those guys that, like, this is where the Gemini part. This is the egotistical part. I'm gonna let you guys in on a trade secret. For me, if I'm talking to a girl and obviously, no offense, I feel like not when a girl's talking to a guy, that's not the only guy she's talking to. Let me finish. Especially when they're like single. So if there's another guy and me and you're having trouble, I catch on that there's another guy and you're kind of like hesitant, choose the other guy. You know what I mean? Because selfishly, I'm the fucking top dog. I'm the champ. You know what I mean? I think highly of myself. Like, I think, I'm the perfect, if I feel like I'm the perfect guy for you if I'm talking to you like that. So if you want to go with some other guy, be my guest. But if it doesn't work out for you and you try crawling back to me or like try to like, and I'll with open arms be like, hey, like as friends. If you come back and you're like, hey, I missed you. It's not going to work because I know for a fact you gave up on me. And now I'm like, oh, well, I'm like your backup plan. No, fuck no. Like, I was the plan. And now you come back to that Olive Garden too. Where we had, I fucking hate Olive Garden, by the way. The grossest fucking, every time I go, if I get like fucking penne pasta, there's always like a spaghetti in there. And like, they don't clean their fucking sartenes. The dishwasher's horrible. They use the same, like if it's Alfredo, I know how to, like I used to be a line cook. They're using all these plates. They're using, as long as it has the same sauce, they're going to keep using that fucking pan until like it's time to really wash it. It's the fucking truth. And I always get fucking like upset stuff. I don't know. The food, it's always.
I love Olive Garden. Have you tried the chicken and shrimp Alfredo or the chicken and shrimp carbonara?
No, I think I had like the only time I gone, I had that big combination one. I don't know what it's called. I had like the lasagna,
the tour of Italy.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. It was all cold. It was like fucking. I don't know. I get Chef Ramsay as fuck when I'm there. You know what I mean? So find something fucking delicious, nice and tender. No, yeah.
Maybe you should try that chicken and shrimp carbonara.
I'll try it. That, and I went to like the all-you-can-eat pasta, and that's what I'm telling you. Like, they don't, like, cooks don't give a fuck. It's like I ordered spaghetti, and half of it's like fucking penne and shit. Also, too. Okay, let's have this conversation right now. Chicken Alfredo is basic bitch. That is equivalent to chicken tenders at a restaurant. If I take you to Olive Garden, if I take you to Olive Garden, I'm gonna tell you right now, I like it because I fucking hate Olive Garden. But if we go and you order the chicken Alfredo, it will grab your plate and throw it against the fucking wall. Why? You can make that at home. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, get something like
the breadsticks.
That's fine. You could get that with like a scampi or like the fucking, you know what I mean? If it's chicken and broccoli, like if there's shrimp in there, okay, maybe I'll let it. But get like something good. Like I went to this other place the other day for my best friend's, my comadre's birthday.
Yes.
I had this tequila pasta. It was fucking amazing, dude. It was good. It was a little water, but it was good. But I'm not gonna get no goddamn chicken Alfredo. That's like if I take you somewhere and like if I like let's go to Denny's and you get the chicken strips.
Yeah, I agree.
We should have gone to Cane's.
Yeah, I agree. I always get like the most interesting thing I can get, or like if that restaurant is known for something in particular, like I get that.
Get something you know you can't eat at your house.
Yes,
like,
something you can't.
Especially when they paying. Fuck yes, I will have the deluxe.
Yes.
Yes, put some avocado in that, please. You know what I mean? Half a bottle.
Yeah, I agree. The
one time we went to Olive Garden, I went with her too, and I was mad, and I fucking started drinking Moscato. That shit was good, but the food was fucking. I was so salty that day. I remember. A story for another day. But fucking
dude, their salads
are not bad.
Their salad is.
I think if I don't get mad when people order salads at a restaurant because some of the salads are fucking like when I used to work at BJ's, they had the ahi. Like I don't like tuna, but the salad it looked appealing. Like it looked when made right, it was good. All these other salads, like they were kind of like ooh fancy, you know. Same thing. Like if you get a Caesar salad on, so I understand people are like I know because I'm fat. Some people do diet. They want to watch their, you know what I mean. I'll get a side salad if the plate I get or whatever, but I can't. Unless I go to like Soup Plantation, I'm not gonna get. I won't get super salad as my entree. You know, but to each his own.
Yes.
Soup Plantation. Alfredo with your Alfredo having us. Soup Plantation.
I think so.
I know. I think I've been like once
since the pandemic. I think they all closed.
What kind of fucking name is Soup Plantation? You know what I mean?
My kids call it the tomato. The
tomato.
Yeah. Like
yeah, let's go eat a fucking bean milpa. Let's go. Fuck that. That's true.
So, is that one of your turnoffs? Is the restaurant thing?
I would say I guess not being an adult. There's a kid in all of us. You know what I mean? I still go to like see Marvel movies. I still watch wrestling. You know what I mean? But like, I guess maturity. There's some level of maturity. Like, yes, I know I'm being a kid right now, but like at the same time, I'm a fucking adult. You know what I mean? I don't like picky eaters. We'll say that. Okay. You know, especially if they haven't even tried it before. If you told me, oh, I don't like tuna because I hate salmon, but I've had salmon like 3 to 4 times already. I had it one time where it actually wasn't that bad, but I'm like, I just don't like it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Same thing with sushi. I've had it enough times to be like, I generally don't like it. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I just don't. I like some raw fish. You know what I mean? But
who's that?
If you know, you know. But
you know.
But yeah.
Some raw fish, he said.
But well, no, if it's raw, if it's fish, then I try to go back to the hygiene thing. But yeah, like I eat like ceviche and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, not crazy. Like jaiva, my sister makes a good jaiva. Sorry, mom. Brianna makes a good jaiva. But cóctel de camarón, I'll eat it. I'll rarely eat it once in a while. But yeah, there's some raw like fish and stuff I eat. But sushi, I don't like the seaweed. I don't like the taste of seawater in my. If I want to taste it, I'll go to fucking Moonlight Beach and sip on the water. You know what I mean?
I love eating oysters because of that.
You know what? Okay. I haven't tried oysters yet, so I can't make that face. I'm pretty sure I have a feeling I wouldn't like it, but at the same time, I've heard things about oysters and I'm really intrigued. So maybe I will go get some oysters within sometime soon.
Oh, and then we can podcast it.
The next time brings I'm right here fucking yakking and shit. You know what I mean?
Pace the ocean.
I have PTSD.
So what are your turn-ons?
That's a little private, don't you think?
Like what's the green light for you to date a girl?
Okay, the sense of humor.
Okay.
I know I keep saying hygiene, but a girl that's like,
What kind of humor though? Like dark humor?
it could be a mix of stuff. Like, I don't want to say humor. Like, I don't want to say humor and like this girl's like she pull like a fucking an air balloon and like make it and pop and like like I don't know what I'm saying, but just one knows like when things are it's just all around. I don't know how to explain it. Just if there's times to be funny and there's times they're not, but you know what I mean. If a girl's got jokes, the girl's got jokes. Say them. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. Okay, I want to, but if girl happens to be herself and she's really funny, that's great. Hygiene wise, like I said, some girls, let's face it, some girls on this planet are really ugly. I know I'm one of them, but just take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, when if you want to like go out of the way to dress nice, and I mean like, hey, let's go get some ice cream. You can wear whatever you want. We're gonna get ice cream. You know what I mean? Hey, we're going to like Nobu 5-star fucking restaurant. Don't wear sweats and a spaghetti strap. You know what I mean? Dress for the occasion. Dress. You know what I mean? Present yourself clean in a nice way. That's what I'm looking for. I'm rambling like a bitch. Okay. Yeah, sense of humor.
Hygiene.
Good presence. And kind of her telling me that she like confidence, basically. It all just like if she could tell me like, hey, I think you're cute, like she goes out of her way to let me know like she likes me. That's like my one rule too. If a girl messages me like on a dating app or like she goes out of her way to let me know like, hey, tries to initiate something with me, I always follow through no matter how she lives. That's when I mean, she's got to be legal, but that's when like I'm okay with the age. Like I said, I don't have a problem with girls of nationality. I really don't. You know what I mean? If she's white, like I said, I don't like white girls, but if it's a white, I see through because damn, somebody likes me. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, that's a confidence builder. But yeah, like I said, I'm not too big. I just like somebody confident.
Mm-hmm.
Final answer.
Confidence.
You?
So when it comes to this stuff, like the first thing that catches me is personality. I love when a man has like personality, and I guess that's why I like older guys, because usually young guys, they haven't developed their personality.
That's
as
a very good
much.
point. Same thing with girls. Like that's why some of the younger, they're still finding themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still finding themselves.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first thing is personality. Um, Second, I guess it's the looks. I guess if you have that like that dad bod going on, I like that. I don't know. I don't like it when I think it's just what I believe is like we are attracted to people that are kind of like our parents or just even look like us. So I've noticed that I do date guys with like longer face symmetry. You know what I mean?
The Jay Leno like big ass chin.
Nah, like just like the face symmetry. Like I don't like guys with like little forehead and wide faces. You know,
like an onion.
like this.
Like the hot Cheeto guy, like the flame. Like that. You don't like him like that? Guys,
Yeah,
sorry, Alicia, one day your head looks like this.
Yeah, so like
yeah, parece pinche cebolla, look at
I like like yeah. And so those are like things that I'm like, okay, that's like a go. But specifically when it comes to personality, like I want it to match what I'm looking for. Like because I have kids and I'm pursuing my careers, my dreams and such. So it has to coordinate with that. Like I want to see that he's like good with children. especially if a man can like go and teach me more manly things because I lack that.
Same.
like if he wants to go take me camping and like fishing and stuff like that.
Change my tire.
Yeah, like I want
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
AAA.
AAA.
Yeah. If you can't find a man, just get AAA, sex toys, and fucking a bigger pillow. That's all you need. Vice versa for guys too.
But then I also want a man who's like supportive of me, who's gonna like bring me up and believe in me. Cause sometimes
you the best. I think DJ Khaled's your type. You the best.
Yeah, I need a guy like that every
Major
morning
key.
to be like, hey, you can do it. Cause sometimes
they don't want to see us win.
Yeah, I could wake up like I'm a loser, but then the next day I could be
I'm
like, I'm a
a
winner.
creep.
I'm a weirdo.
I ordered chicken Alfredo
with the chicken strips.
See, I don't find it funny.
Okay, so this next question is dating and work. Do you feel like how do you feel about that?
Oh shit. Okay. I don't want to say I'm against it, but at the same time I've fallen victim to wanting to date somebody at work. If it's there, fuck it. Just, you know what I mean? Some of these jobs, they don't pay you enough. But obviously don't be stupid about it. It has to be, it's one thing if like I like this girl at work, you know what I mean? I have to make sure she kind of, one, she likes me, and two, she's open to it. Because coworkers could like each other, but if you know work's gonna get in the way or something like that, it's a no-go. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna risk it for her to be like, you know what I mean? So it's like to say I haven't dated somebody from like a work, that's not true. I have. So some have gone horrible, some have been okay, and some have yet to develop. But
yet to develop.
what's
so
weird?
There's one in the making?
No. But no, but it's funny because it also depends on the job too. Like I work at where I work at now, I won't say the name, but I work at a grocery store. Everybody's either my age or they're like 58. Like there's no in between. You're either 28 or 58. And the only ones younger than me are the cart people, like the cart pushers or whatever, and they're like 16, 17, 18, 19. And then there's this other girl, I couldn't tell she was like 20 or my age, 28. And she was funny because okay, so I did this thing. I don't know if I brought this up, but one time we were cashiering and she was behind me and it was slow. And I remember it was like towards the middle of the week.
Mhm.
I asked her because I wanted to do something on the weekend. I was like, hey, you know, what are you doing Saturday night? And she's all, nothing, why I don't work. And I was like, oh, I was wondering if you'd cover me, you know, pick up my shift if you can. And not no worries. I was trying to go see some wrestling bullshit or a show or some shit. And then she's like, no, I'm sorry. I was like, all right, no worries, no worries. And I'm cashiering. And like 5 minutes later, I'm like, that's me cashiering. I was like, why was that? I was like to myself, why was that weird? You know what I mean? It was awkward. And then I'm right there, like putting two and two together. And I'm like, oh, she thought I was asking her out. Like, no, I just kind of wanted a shift picked up. So it was kind of weird after that. And I felt like I guess I put that in her head in a way. Like, oh, like I kind of liked her. Like I made her start to think of me more often. You know what I mean? I created feelings in her and then for her. And then it was to the point where she quit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And she came back a few months later. And one of my coworkers was fucking around. I'm like, hey, bro, she came back for me. Just fucking around. And he's like, what do you mean? And I told him the story. He's like, oh, you're an asshole. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was just asking for a shift picked up. You know, I'm still cashiering, by the way. So I'm like, so I'm right here. This is me all day at work for 8 hours. Even when I'm not cashiering, I'm just like, what?
In the break room.
So I got COVID, and she started talking to me again, nothing crazy. You know what I mean? And I got COVID, and my supervisor kind of already knew. He's my friend. He's my supervisor, but at the same time, we're kind of like, he's like a little over than me. Like we're like kind of equals at a point. You know what I mean? And I get COVID, I'm out. And the first day back, I had just got a haircut. I remember before COVID, I got back. So like I got all dressed up. I'm like, finally, I'm fucking free. I go and she's like, oh my complete. And she's a quiet girl, like introvert. She looked like one of those Tumblr girls. And I only say that because she looked like,
what's a Tumblr girl?
She's like a low key freak, like introvert, like someone that's not us. Like I could be introvert sometimes. Someone's like very quiet to themselves, but she'd wear like this choker to work, and it was giving me like she, I don't know, just pointing. She was a quiet girl, but the choker is what threw me off. It kept me intrigued. I'm not gonna lie, but she completely. Oh my god, where you been? I thought you fucking quit. And that, like I got COVID. She's like, oh my god. She's like, you almost died. I was like, no, it's cool, Mom. She's like, oh, she's like, well, I'm glad you're back. I was worried for you. And then she's like, oh, you look. She's like, oh, you look good. I like your hair. This and that. I was like, oh, thanks. I was like, whoa. And I was like, I was like, wow, like complete. And the first thing I did, I go to my supervisor. What the fuck did you tell her? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what did you tell her something? She's like, I'm like, no. And he's laughing. I know he fucking did. He's like, no, I didn't say anything, bro. He's laughing. And I'm like, and ever since then, she'd go out of her way to like say hi to me. She'd always flirt, like kind of like flirt with me, like tell me this stuff. And I remember I was like, oh, like, I'm like, it's funny. I don't know. I was like, it was weird. And I remember one time I was picking up a check and it was her and some other girl. Yeah. And dead ass started talking to me like that in front of the other girl. Like she didn't give a fuck. Like that girl wasn't there. She's just all like, so damn, where you been? Fucking, I was like, and that girl looks at me like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I got that. I'm like, I'm not the only one. Cool. And it was to the point where like, because then now that work thing comes on, I'm like, obviously she digs me. I think she's cute, but I'm not like all in. I'm like, am I about to risk my job, my career for this? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and I was just but then my work wife that she didn't know about, it's another story. She's like, so how old is she? And I'm like, I don't know. She's like, can we look? And she tried looking in the system to see how old she was. We couldn't figure it out. So we made this bet within all of us, that the people that knew about it, and we were trying to see how old she was. There was like a fucking 4 of us. We were trying to figure out how old she was. And I would try to, I'm like, how do I bring it up in the conversation and be like, hey, how old are you, by the way? And we kind of like found ways. And at one time she suggested I tell her, talk about drinking alcohol, tell her what she likes to drink, and then kind of like work your way into like asking her, well, how old are you? And I literally had it in the bag. I had her like fish, line, sinker, or whatever it's called. She was up. I literally had the words, so how old are, and my supervisor fucking cock blocks. He goes, hey guys, what's up? And laughing his ass off. And I look at him like, and when I look this way, she's gone. I'm like, you motherfucker. And yeah, I got mad. I'm like, dude, I was about to find out. Oh shit, my bad. I didn't know. He starts laughing. Week later, she gets fired. So we never found out. So nobody won the money. So we had a legit poll to see how old she was. I had a feeling she was like 20. Like she was barely gonna turn 21. But my coworkers thought she was older. She was like my age, and she stops by. She swings by the store here and there, but it's gone.
Just ask her.
Well, the times I have seen her, I've been busy, or like she's really like distant. I have to go like really out of my way. Mm-hmm. And the one time I did bitch it, I was like, I should just go, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, it's already done.
You should. But I'm the type of person who'll go out of my way and ask anything, and it gets you places.
Okay, but what about you though for the work?
So I've had work relationships. Because like you said, I've had some that ended horribly, some that ended like, oh, all right. And so it's like, I don't know if it's wrong or right yet still. I think like it depends on how you said, like.
Well, I don't want to get it too personal, but you have a better job than me. So something like that, at that caliber, I'd be a little more hesitant. And that's just me personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is, well, So at my job, there is no policy against dating coworkers. So you could, but I think that they're like, oh, you shouldn't be holding hands while you're working.
Oh
No.
yeah, no, keep that shit on your own time. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like look, we're all right there together in the same fucking, no, like, you know what I mean? On your like, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Like, I have 2 supervisors on my job, and they're going out. Everybody knows, but they not at once are they holding hands and they're, you know what I mean? But they live with each other. They talk about their dog.
Yeah.
So cute. You know what I mean? But they make it work, and that's totally fine. You know what I mean? My boss, he married some girl that he met at work. You know what I mean? 2 of my bosses have met a girl that they've met work with each other, and they end up getting married. So it's possible. Like, they're okay with it, but at the same time too, yeah, no PDA, no little, hey, come to come help me in the back real quick, and then fucking, yeah.
10 minutes later.
Fucking,
What are
yeah.
you doing back there, huh?
I know. Why does it smell like carne asada? I know. We got people in the front. We need to override, and you guys over here flapping cheeks. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's funny. But it's funny because when they argue with each other, they'll still come into work okay, but you can tell like there's like a vibe that like they're barely like they're like being dry with each other. I'm like, oh yeah.
Ooh, like you could tell when they're fighting.
To an extent, like you like I know them like really well. Other regular people they won't notice, but sometimes I'd be like, oh, and one of them will tell me she's like, somebody's on a sick one over here today or some shit. And they're both my homeboy and my homegirl. And usually my homegirl's like, it's his fault. I'm like, probably is.
Oh man. But, yeah. I could tell that could be kind of like tense sometimes.
Yeah, it could get weird sometimes, but especially if you guys work like closely to each other. Like, I'm not trying to bag my like sister or anything, but my sister, she started talking to this one guy, real nice guy. They worked together, but he worked at a different department, and she worked graveyard. He worked during the day. That's totally fine, because you really don't work with each other anyways. You might see each other for like passing. You're on your way out, he's on his way in, vice versa. That's totally fine. But like, if you work with somebody like every day, same department, shoulder to shoulder or something, I'm like, yeah, you just gotta be careful and make sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. But
That gives me a new perspective though, because
but if there's a Christmas party and it's lit and it's a Christmas lit. Party, fam, you know what I mean? Hell yeah.
Christmas lights everywhere. So, yeah. Mistletoe's hanging. Hasn't under the tree.
You mean pizza, because they throw a pizza party.
Oh, okay.
There's no Christmas tree, there's pizza party. Little skeezers.
So I always thought it'd be so romantic to have like a booth thing during the holidays and stuff.
That shit sounds expensive. No, I bet that's when you I feel the most lonely. Like, for me, I hate Valentine's Day. I fucking hate it.
Oh.
I just hate it. That's like, I've never had a Valentine's Day before. Every time I've talked to somebody, it's never been around that time. I'm always like the most single during the fucking day. You're not supposed to be, So it's like, fuck it, it's whatever. But it is what it is.
You know what's even worse is if you do have a boyfriend and they don't try to make it special.
That's your fault. I'd be like, I'm special to you every day, not just one fucking day of the week. Same thing and that kind of works like with mother and Father's Day. I love my dad, I love my mom every day. To go out of my way to like Father's Day, Mother's Day, yeah, like especially with my mom, if I don't do it, she'll kill me. But I love my mom every day, you know what I mean? Not just that fucking day. So, but yeah, Valentine's Day, like, I don't know, there's some like cute shit out there that I would do, you know what I mean? I do the whole dinner and fucking flowers and
some chocolate strawberries,
chocolate penis, and then just
some lingerie.
I mean, that's every day, but okay. I know. Pull out the gray sweats, baby girl, today.
No, take those shit off.
I won't wear my holy underwear today. I'll buy a new pack from Ross.
The clean chonies.
The clean chonies. Yeah, the ones with the tag on them still. You know what I mean?
The red, it's red with the hearts on it.
Red hearts, yeah. I know. They shape me well. Look.
So what about work wives and work husbands?
It's my specialty. So I used to be a line cook. And if you guys know, those who work in the food industry. A lot of the front of the house, because sometimes they fuck up or they like to build relationships with the line cook. Just obviously they'll flirt, especially with their girls and stuff, but it's only just to cover their ass at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, I saw this on a meme. Guys, tell your girl that they're beautiful every day before they go to work. If not, the line cook in the back is gonna tell them, and probably more than one. But it's true. Like, so now, and I worked with food in a while, so now, like, um, when I work at other jobs, I like to think I'm pretty courteous with everybody, regardless of gender or whatever. Like, just to make things work. And a lot of people, like, obviously, I talk better. I have better friends, better relationships with other people at work. A lot of people think sometimes I'm flirting, and I'm not. I'm just being nice, being courteous, this and that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, yeah, like this was one girl I think she's cute, and you think might have a crush on, or whatever. And, you know, sometimes she catches on. Yeah, you know, you guys are just kind of like, next thing you guys know, you guys buying each other a Snickers or something. You know what I mean? Teasing each other, even though nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Do I have a work wife right now? I wouldn't honestly label it wife, but I mean, what else do you call it? Work girlfriend? You know what I mean? Nah, it's not work wife. You know what I mean?
Not work
You
wife.
know?
It's different.
You gotta tell her, when you're here with me, not fucking Tweedledee, Tweedledoo, and fucking, you know, fuck the family, fuck that 40. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We out here
For
grinding.
the next 8 hours.
So the next 8 hours, and you're not going nowhere. I still got you for 3 minutes. Yeah. You know, your soul is mine. And the works. You have a contract, but I don't mind. It makes the days go better sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If it's playful, you know, we'll like mess around, you know, tease each other, but it's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go home. She's going home to her family. I'm going home to my cat, and you know what I mean? It's whatever. You know, at the same time, don't be an idiot and be like, I actually really like you. This is not pendejo. That's your fucking fault. You know what I mean?
So like,
unless she really goes out of the way, be like, fuck them kids, take me right now. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably would, but still, no. But what about you?
I Urban Dictionary word wife. No.
Okay, yeah, tell me the definition, please.
So the Urban Dictionary of work wife is a woman with whom you work, whose proximity and frequent interactions lead to her becoming your primary female companion during work hours. She will become a substitute for your wife while you are at work, providing companionship and support, but without the emotional and sexual elements. For a time, you will eventually develop a huge crush on her, but will think you've kept it hidden and you haven't. Everyone at work will think it's obvious. You haven't. Everyone at work will think it's obvious.
Okay. So I got, if that's the case, I got like 6 of them then. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I guess you could say, sure, I have one, but like I said, it's shits and giggles. Like, everybody knows. You know what I mean? But
there's another one that said the co-worker of your preference that makes working the overnight shift tolerable, a funny, beautiful, witty, and entertaining female counterpart in the workplace.
yeah, that makes sense. You know what I
mean? That's so funny. So I have a work husband.
There you go.
And I like I forced him to be. Or not that I forced him to be. I was just like,
oh yeah, make it known. I told him too, I'm not your work husband. I'm your Sancho. You know what I mean? I'll be like, let your man know Sanchito bought you an Arizona iced tea today.
Yeah, so I initiated that whole.
There you go.
That whole thing, and I was like, "You're my work husband," and I claimed him, and but last week he told me, he's like, we have to keep that low. Like, we can't talk about that no more. It crushed me. It broke my heart, even though it's not emotional or sexual, just like how
Just next, be like, sorry.
I know. So now I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to find me a new work husband, I guess. But the thing that sucks about pharmacy is like there's way more women than men in my
Fuck it, get
field.
a work wife. It's all good. You know what I mean?
So maybe, huh? Look for a work wife. So when it comes to dating, would you date a woman who had kids? Or so
Oh yes.
not that would you do you have a preference? Like you rather be with someone who has no kids or you rather be with someone who has kids? What would
Um.
be your ideal?
Okay. Off the bat, at the end of the day, it's gonna come back to I'm open to anything. But I feel like with somebody with kids, girls know what like they don't have time to bullshit. They don't have time to. They're pretty straightforward. They know what they want. You know what I mean? If you're with it, then you're with it. But sometimes like, yeah, I would like because I don't feel like in any way like, oh, that girl's been compromised. She has kids. No, she had. There was an opportunity there. It didn't work out, and now she's single. Yes, she has kids, but that doesn't like. I'm not to be the one like if I dated somebody and they had kids, I'm like, oh fuck them kids, or you know what I mean? Like, no, that's there. You're a unit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yes, I'm dating there, and then eventually, if something's really there, then the units. You know what I mean? But at the same time too, okay, yeah, I date somebody single with no kids. Oh yeah, then you know what I mean. There's more time, more stuff. But I'm also a very insecure guy, anxious, and like if she's like younger, like if she's like 22, 21, like I said, they're still trying to find themselves, this and that. You know what I mean? I'll overthink it, like, oh, she's probably talking to another guy, or you know what I mean. As with kids, I'm not saying she's not talking to somebody else, but she'll. I know she's not gonna waste time. You know what I mean? Like if she's talking to me, she genuinely likes me.
Mhm.
If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Whereas
Mhm.
the girl with no kids, yeah, she's talking to me. She obviously likes me, but at the same time, she's got time to do other stuff, talk to other people. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Not
Mhm.
saying I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
Single moms know what they want. They're up to the point. They don't waste your time. You know, if they want something, they'll let you know. They're very straightforward. They're more patient too, obviously, if you can't get to them. As long as you communicate, you know what I mean? Like if somebody like, hey, I'm a little busy right now. I hope everything's well. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Cool. You know what I mean? If if a girl wasn't to tell me that, like, hey, like I know she's busy, but she hasn't messaged me. If she's a mom, I'll totally understand. Oh, she's probably the most common sense. Oh, she's with her kids. She's doing family stuff. She's busy. Whereas somebody who doesn't have kids, you know, obviously she's busy. I understand that, but at the same time too, it's like, well, you don't have kids, so what are you doing? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either way, I feel like common courtesy should probably just text me. It only takes 30 seconds. Hey, I'm a little busy right now. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later. That's it. And if you don't talk to me the rest of the day, I know you told me. You know what I mean? Are you
Mhm.
lying? I don't know. But that's something like I'm not gonna overthink that. Like, you know, you communicated with me. So I feel like there's that like I'm more of an anxious overthinker with somebody with who doesn't have kids than with somebody with kids. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Mhm. So we're more easy to be tamed?
No. Hell fucking no. No. They're the moms are doing the taming. Yeah.
You can have us on a shorter leash and know that's like
Something. Why I wouldn't even have you on a leash. Even that's the thing about me. A girl, if I'm with somebody, I'm not gonna put you on a leash. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? You're gonna go out with your girls, have fun. Don't do anything stupid because we're together, but I trust you. That's how it's supposed to work. I'm supposed to trust you. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If I don't trust you, I wouldn't be in a relationship with you to begin with. You know what I mean?
So you're saying a girl who has no kids would have more time to be
Toxic. No, I'm just kidding. To be cheating on me, probably.
because that kind of is true. Like I don't like me
I've
being a
had
single
girls
mom.
who dated with kid who had kids and they were
Hmm.
talking to somebody else while I was talking.
Hmm.
It is what it is.
Hmm.
Every person's different, but for me, as someone who overthinks stuff, it's easier to talk to somebody. Um, I think I'm leaning towards more with kids than without, but at the same time, what's the phrase? Uh, Space Mountain's open and anybody can ride.
Hmm. Yeah, because I almost feel the same way you do, like when it comes to men, because I know my schedule and I know that like that I'm me as a single mom. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time to go out and date and have a lot of time to myself. So when I do get a boyfriend, it is easy for them to take up all that time, all those available slots that I have for myself or my significant other. It's easy for just one man to take up those times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, oh, like a guy that has no kids, like he might have like more of the availability to like he has more time slots to fill up multiple girls.
It's the truth. It is. It really is. Like I don't have kids. With me, this is where like now I'm not. It's because every guy's different, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. Like my little brother, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll let you. But like my little brother, you know about my little brother,
Mhm,
special eds you need. You know what I mean?
mhm,
I help my mom, my sister take care of him. So in a way, I'm not saying I care for him. I caretake for him in a bit. So in a kind of, and he doesn't, and his dad's not around. So in a way, I'm kind of like I step in. I kind of do parental stuff, sibling stuff. I do every little bit of everything. So I personally know what it's like to take care of somebody who can't take care of themselves. So I am a little more patient with with especially with people who have kids. I totally get it. You know what I mean? Your kids are acting up. Hey, you got a lot going on. Totally fine. You know what I mean? And if I'm talking to them, they know about my brother and stuff. They know I'm busy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the last weekend, um, I didn't do anything. I was watching him, but I was home. I couldn't like if I wanted to go out, I couldn't, you know? And that's fine. That's totally so it's just but yeah, if really hit it like when somebody that doesn't have a kid, I overthink like, oh, they have more time to do more free stuff, and they could possibly doing stuff that I don't want to know about. You know what I mean?
mhm.
It sucks.
Yeah, but it's also like like we also like I can't also stereotype people like that, like, oh, this guy has no kids and he has more time to be fucking around. Because what if he does have more time, but he's using that time to like do his hobbies, or like he puts a lot of time towards his career,
Yeah,
or he puts a lot of time towards like just has his like his his calendar all filled up with things that he does. So that's why I'm like I could see myself with either or, like a guy with kids, because he would understand me and my availability, and he would probably have the same availability as me, or then we can have that like beautiful like blended family
yeah.
situation going on. Um,
As long as he communicates that with you,
uh-huh.
you should be fine. Like you said, if he has hobbies like, hey, I play guitar, or hey, I like to go water poloing, I don't know, some random shit. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah, has commitment to things that he
Yeah, like
does.
that he does for himself because he needs it. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? Then, like you said, as long as he talks about it, then Now, if you're like, no, you need to make time for me, then that's something else. That's between y'all. But yeah, if he tells you, hey, I don't know, I play fucking chess on Saturday mornings with some people, or hey, I play street hockey every Tuesday night, or, then cool.
mhm,
You know what I mean? This girl tells me, hey, I go walk. I don't know, I go Zumba every 2-3 days out of the week.
mhm.
Do you think?
Yeah. Uh, um, yeah. So I would like a guy with kids because of that. I would also like a guy single because then he can be merged into my family, and then we'd have four people. So that means we can go on roller coasters all together.
That makes sense. So you're
Yeah.
more open to dating somebody that doesn't have kids.
Both. Like,
Both, but like you said, it's convenient to have four.
yeah, it'd be convenient to have like that four, and then um but I also like a big family, a lot of kids. Like I would like to have daughters like around me because I'm really like girl well like into my femininity and stuff like that. And I would love to help a girl out, especially because I didn't have a mom growing up to help me with that that kind of stuff. I would like to like be that.
Yeah, that
Um
makes sense.
yeah, I only have boys. Um but I'm also okay with just like always having boys if they're all boys.
That sucks to have like 6 kids and they don't come out.
I know they're
Yeah.
all boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that would really be like, oh, okay, well, let's try to have one kid and see if it comes out a girl, you know. um, so tell me, what is a in your definition, what's a tóxica or a tóxico?
Okay, so I think the words that's associated with toxic the most is jealous. Um, it's okay if a girl, like if I'm with a girl and she's a little worried. Sometimes people could confuse jealousy with worried. Like, let's say I tell this girl, like, "Hey, go, you're going out with your friends, cool." You know what I mean? I'm like, just check in with me once in a while. Maybe check in with me once or twice in the night. Let me know when you're home. That's me because I'm worried, not because I'm jealous. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you talking to? Oh, like, no, it's because I'm worried. You know what I mean? Like, I'm worried that but at the same time, I hope you're having a good time. You know, Sometimes like it's a little cute and girls were like, oh, who the fuck was that? You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, it's just like I know she's playing. That's that sense of humor coming in. You know what I mean? And it'd be like something stupid, like, I'm right here buying a fucking elote off the girl, at the girl, and she's like, who the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like, you're off to really real nice with her. Yeah, I want extra cheese on my fucking corn. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like the waitress, saying, oh, good, just, um, but I think it's to the point a toxic is somebody that's, you're with them. You're supposed to, if you're with somebody, I like to think you're happy with them, that you want to be with them. If you're with them and they're not making you happy and they're stressing you out more than real, like being that like joy and security blanket for you, and you always feel like you're walking on eggshells, that's toxic. And we don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I can't, if that's how you naturally are, cool. But I can't go past more than, I don't even think we would fucking be boyfriend, girlfriend. It'd be like, you know what I mean? We could fuck around, but that toxic. And it's just, it boils down, especially like somebody like, if she's like that and she's always arguing with her I'm not going to say I'm the fucking golden child of my family or whatever, but that'll bleed into relationships with family, at work, being scandalous. Like, no, no. So that's what I think. It's somebody I have to constantly feel like I'm walking on eggshells with, and somebody who's just not is making my life more difficult than it needs to be. Final answer.
Okay.
You too?
So I think there's a scale. There's a scale. It could be from like 1 to 10 of toxicity. And I feel like we all have a little bit.
That's true. What number do you think I am? 1 through 10. Just us being friends.
I don't know. It'd be so hard because like I don't know how you are in a relationship. And then if I was to get in a relationship with you, I'd probably see it.
Just smell the blood on me.
No,
I'm
like
a Gemini, so I'm automatically an 8, huh? You're just being nice. You don't want to say that, huh?
no, no.
I'm fucking, you know what I mean?
No, it's because it's like it's one of our biggest it's like our dirty secret, like
Product placement.
yeah, it's just like our little demons and like normal day to day basic activities. You'll never see somebody's demons like that until like you live with them every single day or you're talking to them every single day. So that's why I'm saying like I don't know yours. I don't know how much you are, and I'll probably never know.
I was just joking, but thank you.
But that's why I'm always like there, and then that's why it's like when someone tells me like, oh yeah, that person is toxic, like I'm like, okay, but how
Well,
are you toxic too, like
I'll say I'll be safe to say I'm at least at 1. And then like same thing, like if for you, because like you said, everybody has it a little bit in us, then I'd give you a 1 because
give me a 1.
I give you a 1 out of 10.
But then again, you don't know me in that
exactly.
In that light,
you know what I mean?
so.
Maybe you are a 0. You know what I mean? Maybe you're maybe you're a fucking 11. Like I don't know, but I'm just saying, like you said, yeah, I do believe everybody kind of has their own little like.
Yes, and then that's
traits.
the thing too, like toxicas and toxicos, it's like not just one thing, like, oh yeah, they're jealous. No, it could be like, oh, they're clingy, they have poor boundaries, they have no hygiene, they have
Really? Bad hygiene is toxic, you think?
yeah, it could be toxic.
That's true, huh? Fucking toxic smell.
Yeah, they can be a cheater, they can be a liar, they can be emotionally manipulative, they can be physically abusive, they can be, it's like so many different things that come into this sphere of toxicity.
I get you. Yeah, I'm still a 1. At minimum. I feel, I don't know, when I'm like, as me, like right now I'm single, I feel like as a single guy, I'd be more toxic than when I'm in a relationship, because at that point I'm going out of my way to make it work, make it engage, you know what I mean? I want to be exclusive with somebody. Whereas like, okay, for example, that girl, like I know she's talking to another dude and she kind of gives up on me and she talks to the other guy and she comes back. The time she comes back around, I'm probably gonna start. Honestly, I might be an asshole there. You know what I mean? And that's because I'm butthurt. I'm upset that she chose that guy over me, and now we're gonna pretend nothing happened. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. You know, I'll be a dry ass. I'll be a little asshole with her. I'm not gonna say I've ever been. I've been such a fucking asshole, dude. I said some shit that I will lose sleep over sometimes. Like just randomly, I'll think about it. I'm like, fuck, that was wrong. That was toxic. That was not, But at that point, but it wasn't just because I felt like at the same time that person pushed my buttons enough for me to let that demon out, like you said. But yeah, I feel like I'd get it. I'd be more on the scale higher as a single person with somebody. You know what I mean? Like you say, you don't know, and you don't know about the other person really till you're with them.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be in like a full-fledged relationship. It could be just like how you said, like casually dating. And you can still see that toxic side in someone that you're casually
they're up there in the scale. You can smell that shit right away. You can feel it and you're like, nope, this ain't gonna work. Or you know what? Hey, I like this. Some people fucking like it. People fucking love it. Clingy, I wouldn't really call it toxic. I like affectionate girls. You know what I mean? It's one thing if a girl needs a space, or a guy as well. Like sometimes, I need it. That's one thing I've noticed too. Like I always want because when you're open to being with somebody in a relationship, it's because you want all that stuff. You all want that affection. You all want that attention. But I've noticed one of the things with me is it usually happens right away when I actually get with somebody like really dating and like exclusive ish. I'm like, oh, I wish I had space. I don't know how to explain it. Like with my last ex-girlfriend, I was like, as soon as I was with her, I was like, I kind of miss that space of being single. Like I could do like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Did you communicate that with her?
When we broke up, yeah.
Oh man.
But
see, and then that's the thing too. Like these relationships can work.
Yeah.
But it has to be like we have to talk to each other.
Communicate. If I tell you're an idiot for ordering chicken Alfredo at the restaurant, I at least communicated that to you. Not roll my eyes and be like, what? Nothing. You know what I mean?
You ordered chicken Alfredo, not giving me space.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Fuck away. Get your garlic bread having ass away from me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like how you're saying, I feel like we could see it even when you're single, and because I'm currently in a situation like that too. I'm single. Um, I do date here and there. And um I can kind of see that in some people. And I'm at a point where I'm like, maybe I should cut off that person because of the toxicity and save my energy for somebody who is not like that.
But sometimes stuff is easier said than done. And it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, this girl's too toxic for me. Here I am still messaging them fucking 2-3 months later. It just happens. I don't know the way things work.
Yeah, and honestly, being toxic is very charismatic. Like how you said, that clinginess, like it could come off as attractiveness at first, you know. Also being like jealous, it could come off as like, oh, that like he loves me. Should know the guys are talking to me.
Next thing you know, I'm fucking heavy chained on the bed. Like, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. Ring the bell when you need to use the restroom.
Oh my god. Ring the bell.
There you
go. Dark humor.
There you go.
But yeah, that was my last question. Do you have anything you'd like to ask, add on? All the toxic goals.
Right, there you go. Plug yourself.
I'm the recovering toxic on Instagram.
Bar Studio Productions on Instagram, YouTube, and I'm not gonna give you my personal because no. I think that's it. I think we're done. So we'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Mm-hmm. All right. Later.
Bye.